Water is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen. It is the simplest and most common compound in existence, and probably the most important to life on Earth. As scientifically advanced as we are, this compound, which comprises up to 80% of our bodies, still holds many mysteries. It is a very active compound, capable of dissolving virtually every other chemical. It is a remarkable solvent. A glass of water is essentially one giant, ever-changing molecule with 400 different configurations. Most of us are only associated with dead water. That is water damaged by being forced through pipes, polluted with chemicals or residues, and even electrical disturbances. Water, as Earth's most important element, is relatively constant on the planet, with nature's recycling of oceans, rivers, glaciers, underground streams, and rain, maintaining a balance overall. Because of mankind's treatment of our planet, however, even rain is no longer pure in its recycling phase. Living water, by contrast, has properties and powers still being discovered. Water supplies all living organisms with energies, while at the same time acting as a disposal agent by removing unwanted residues. Living water has the capability of transporting, receiving, and distributing all energies.
I started praying a while ago, and hydrotherapy has been of great interest to me, using water, and the quality of the water we drink has been of great interest to me. And I never bothered to muscle test water for a long time. Is everyone familiar with muscle testing? Have you seen a little bit of that? Like just a method of energetic testing to see how the physical body responds to different things. We'll have an example in a little while. But I tested some water. Now, I wanted a type of water. I rang around all over the world, everywhere I could think of to get a contact. And I wanted a water that would put a person into a healing crisis. Well, there's people all over the world now who have a very vague idea of what a healing crisis is, because I had to teach them before they could tell me whether they had a water that would do it. And then when I taught them, they said no. So I kept looking, and I got this phone call from a gentleman down south a ways, and he told me about this company that just came to Australia from New Zealand that started in Austria with a gentleman called Johann Grander. And Johann Grander has been doing a lot of work in Europe. The water situation is not very good. In fact, it's very bad. There's a tremendous amount of toxins in the water, as there are in our water supply. And also the natural lakes and streams and rivers are in a great deal of disrepair. Many of the fish have died. In some lakes, all of the plant and animal life is completely dead. And he didn't like that. So he took a principle that he originally had used for working on his own arthritis, where he wanted to dissolve the calcifications in his joints. And he was using far too many batteries, so he wanted to work off a principle of what we could call entrainment, where if we have one very highly charged material and we bring other materials near it, they fall into the same frequency of the energy patterns as the very highly charged material and begin to take on some of those characteristics. And he thought that'd be a cheap way to do it. So he started energizing his water and measuring water. Now, from the studies in Italy, we know that there are 7 main high-frequency radiations that occur, or used to occur, naturally in your living waters that you find in different lakes and streams as they go down waterfalls and run through forests and so on. And once you add a whole bunch of chemicals to the water, and then you force it through lead-lined pipes or different types of pipes in straight lines, which is, we'll get into that a little bit, but that's not the way water likes to flow. Then you start to end up with a whole range of different frequencies in that water, and that water is an information carrier. And basically, when your body on a physical subatomic or atomic level and molecular level takes in your different minerals and your different substances, which have to be dissolved in water to become a part of the body juices, the water molecules cluster around the different chemicals in particular patterns, okay, in a three-dimensional arrangement. And this three-dimensional arrangement is a type of liquid crystal, if you like, and it carries information to the cells. Now that water is supposed to carry the information of the Earth's geomagnetic field. It's supposed to carry the information of the basalt rocks and the other types of rocks that the water flows over. Now these rocks were made of lava full of minerals, many of them magnetic and paramagnetic. And these minerals, as the lava cooled, align themselves in a certain matrix. And so any water that then flows over that material will be entrained into the energy field of the Earth, which resonates with our brainwaves, incidentally. And so Grander started measuring water, and he found that the radiations in the water were all out the wrong frequencies. They were giving the wrong information to the bodies that were drinking it, and it was weakening people, making them very sick. So what he wanted to do was he wanted to change the information that that water carried into your body, or human bodies and animal bodies. And he designed his units, these little energizing units, and there's many different kinds and different sizes. There's different sizes of pipes and so on. And the water, he got a lot of studies done on that, and I'll tell you about a few of them.